going left to right from the left hash. Morris quickly over here to Chapman. Makes a cut, 25-30. He's got some room. Busted out to the outside, 35-40. 50, midfield. Look at the speed. 40, 30. Kansas 20. He's going to go. 10, touchdown, Chapman. Unbelievable.
Central Michigan has had a lot of success taking down Power 5 schools in the non-conference. Iowa they beat in 2012, then Purdue in 2014. Last year was at Oklahoma State in that thrilling victory, and this year they took down Kansas. We've got the highlights of the win coming up next on Chippewa Rewind. Terrific scene in the locker room on Saturday after a victory in Lawrence. Central Michigan takes down Kansas 45-27. Adam Jackson with head coach Coach Bonamego, and second straight win. You go down to Big 12 country and come up with a victory. How important was that game for your program?
Well, they're all important. I think it confirms validity for us. Our players put a very good week in preparation for this game. We knew that we didn't play our best. We didn't put our best effort from an execution standpoint on the field on Thursday night versus Rhode Island. So I think there was a sense of urgency and pride to go out and show people what we're really about and execute at a higher level.
It was the first road game of the year. Central Michigan against Kansas started at 4 o'clock on Saturday as we take you inside Memorial Stadium. First quarter was uneventful, a field goal for Kansas. They're up 3-0, so we move to the second quarter, and Shane Morris had an outstanding day. He finds Corey Willis here.
Yeah, I think, again, penalties was, one of the areas where we probably didn't do a good enough job. We had first two drives stalled as a quarter, because of penalties. And then here in the third drive, we finally generate some offense and get some consistency. That was a really nice throw by Shane. A great route on the outside by Corey. He's able to snag the catch, great hands catch, and we're down there a little closer now.
Drive does stall, but Michael Armstrong comes on, ties the game at 3, and then another interception. You had your 7th and 8th in just 2 games on Saturday. This one comes from Josh Cox. Puts you in great field position. Here's a nice pass to Childress.
This is a great job here by both Brandon and by Shane. Shane puts the ball out there really where Brandon's the only person that really has a shot at it. He's able to go up, makes a great catch, and is able to stay in bounds. Big play.
And then on a few plays later, first touchdown pass, 1 of 5 from Shane Morris to Mark Chapman. You're up 10-3.
Yeah, this was a nice job here. Good call from upstairs. We're able to roll out. It's 2-man, just kind of a real rub concept there. They lose Mark. Nice, easy throw by Shane, and we're on the board.
9 minutes left in that second quarter, and here's a nice play from your defense. Right on the ends, they get through and sandwich their quarterback.
I think, it doesn't get said enough, but a big part of these interceptions is the pressure that we've been able to put on the quarterback. When you can make a quarterback operate under duress, the windows in which he has to make decisions narrow considerably, and you increase the chances of making a poor decision, which can lead to turnovers. I don't know exactly how many sacks we got, but we put constant pressure on their quarterback. We had a number of hits on him, all legal. But those things have tendency to accumulate over a game.
How about this for Logan Hesbrook, a moment he'll never forget, his first ever touchdown at CMU.
Yeah, this is a great job by both Shane and Logan being on the same page. Nice side adjustment there. The corner tried to squat on the hitch route. He converts it, and he gets in the end zone for his first touch. Very happy for him. Very happy for our team. Well executed right there.
So that makes it 17-6. They're actually driving late in that first half. Coach, how in the world did Ty Swain come up with this ball?
I don't know. I'm going to ask him, but he does a really nice job here. Again, when you look at the pressure that's on the quarterback and the time that he's got to deliver the ball, he throws it into 3 defenders. I like our odds right there. We got 1 flank, 1 over the top, 1 underneath. That's a tough throw to make. Swain comes out with it. It's a great job by our total defense. Great play by Swain.
1:11 left in that first half. You are up by 11. You could have just kneeled it. You decided to go on the attack. Why?
Well, it's one of those deals where you're at the end of the quarter. You really got to make a decision what happens within the first 2 plays of what you want to be able to do. We're able to hit a quick, get a quick strike play, which now sets us into 2-minute mode. We had 1:11, 3 timeouts. I was hoping that we could at least drive the ball down and get it in the field goal range. We did better than that. We got a touchdown out of it. I was just really proud of how we called it, how we executed, and that we're able to go into halftime with a score.
Mark Chapman had a career day. This gets you down deep inside the 10-yard line for Kansas on this next pass.
Another great job here. Entire concept. They decide to jump up on Ward in the flat, and they trail the post there, which leaves Chapman open. Shane sees it, great read. Offensive line does a nice job of protecting, and now we're down inside the tight red zone.
You time it out perfectly with 6 seconds left. Looked like the same play you ran to Chapman earlier in the game, this time to Willis.
Yes, it was almost exactly the same play, similar concept. Again, Corey does a great job of securing the catch. Shane does a nice job of putting it where only Corey can catch it, and we're on the board again.
24-6, a picture-perfect start through the first 30 minutes of play. Now it's just about finishing the game. What do you tell your guys when they're up that big against Kansas?
Well, the challenges that come out, and again, it's cliche, but it's 0-0. You got 30 minutes to play. Go out, keep doing the things we're doing well. Let's make whatever adjustments we need to make, and just keep playing hard. When we play that way, when we play well, we feel like our best is good enough to beat anybody. And but it really starts with that, the physicality, the hustle, the effort, guys playing for one another.
An 18-point lead for your team at the half. The Jayhawks wouldn't go away. We'll give you those second half highlights when we come back on Chippewa Rewind.
I remember when I was looking at schools, my dad told me that when I found the right one, I would definitely know, and it was going to be a feeling. And when I was here, it felt like home. And the people here, they felt like family. And I remember being in the bookstore, and I was picking out all this apparel, but I was like, what, do you think you're coming here or something? I was like, matter of fact, I think I am.
I would like to say thank you so much for all of your support and donations that you've given to our university over the course of the years. We look forward to making you proud on and off the field, not only the football team, but all of the athletic programs at our university, and we promise to make you proud.
I'd like to personally thank you for your support and investment in Central Michigan athletics. Your generosity allows our student athletes to compete on a national level, academically, athletically, and personally. Once again, thank you for your support, and fire up Chips.
A 24-6 lead for CMU going into the second half. Before we start the highlights with that final 30 minutes, special day for your program as a couple of former players, Frank Zombo and Eric Fisher, both with the Chiefs, so it's close, but they come and get a chance to watch the team. How special was that to have them back?
It was great. I was texting with them the day before, so we were expecting to have them there. I knew they were going to have some time off. It was great to see them, have them in the locker room before the game, and we're really proud of those guys and what they're doing, and you could tell them being around that they're proud of us too.
They picked a good game to come to as we start the second half highlights. Coach, Kansas comes out and they score the first 2 touchdowns within 7 or 8 minutes. It's a 24-20 game. This was a really important drive after those first 2 possessions for you guys to come down and try and score.
Absolutely. I mean, we had to answer. We saw an 18-point deficit go to 4 points in a matter of minutes. So it was important for us to settle down on defense and offensively going out and continue to execute and finish drives.
One of 8 catches for Corey Willis and another zinging pass from Shane Morris hits him down on the sideline.
Big play here for certain. Little scissors concept here on the bottom. Again, great throw on time by Shane. You know, before the safety could get over there, Corey does a nice job of catching it, staying in bounds, and you know, certainly one of the big plays of the second half.
It made it tough on you guys. Corey got injured on that play, wouldn't come in the rest of the game. Devin Spalding punches it in a couple of plays later. It's 31-20 Central Michigan late in the third quarter. Because Willis was out, Childress didn't play in that second half. Other guys stepped up. Here's one of them, Eric Cooper, with a nice catch.
Yeah, it's great to see this out of Coop. You know, Coop's kind of a guy that's been waiting his turn, working hard. You know, missed most of the last year because of an injury. It was great to see him come up big here in a critical situation and make a play.
So you guys answer their 2-touchdown punch with one of your own. We get to the fourth quarter, 31-20, your team in front. And then here's a critical play in the game. It's 4th and 4. You elected to go for it.
Yeah, you know, again, it probably would have taken a lot of heat if we hadn't gotten this. You know, it's a chance to go up for two scores. You know, I just felt like we could get it. You know, sometimes you can see your guys. You know how they're carrying it themselves and how they're feeling. And you know, it was a pretty easy decision. Honestly, I didn't think about it very much.
Chapman with another terrific catch in the end zone makes it 38-20. Shows off his good catching ability there. And how about the speed as you put him away with his 75-yarder?
Well, again, you know, it takes 11 people. You know, I look at Logan Hesbrook there at the point and what he does. I look at Damon Terry, another young player, physical player on the outside. It doesn't happen unless Logan Hesbrook and Damon Terry do their jobs.
Final score, Central Michigan takes down Kansas 45-27. How did it feel, 1, to get a little wet after the game in the locker room, and 2, to pick up the big win?
Felt great. I'll take it every week, no matter how cold it is. It doesn't matter. It's fun to be able to celebrate wins like that. They're all big, you know. They're all big, but to be able to go on the road, win a game against a Big 12 opponent, it's significant. If we play our best, it's going to be good enough to beat darn near anybody we play.
Career days for Mark Chapman as he has 8 catches, over 160 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Shane Morris, nearly 500 yards through the air, 28-37. Very good offensively. We're going to talk to one of your offensive players. Devin Spalding has an interest in mixed martial arts. We'll hear from the senior captain when we come back. Make sure you come out to support the Chippewas in our next home game. It's the first Saturday at Kelly Short Stadium this fall. Central Michigan opens MAC play against Miami. The Redhawks and Chippewas battle on September 23rd. You can stay tuned to CMUChippewas.com for the start time. Once again, we hope to see you back at Kelly Short Stadium in a few weeks on Saturday, September 23rd. CMU opens conference play against Miami. You can get your tickets by visiting Ticket Central, calling 1-888-FIRE-UP2, or by going to CMUChippewas.com. Senior running back Devin Spalding shows toughness and grit on the gridiron. This comes from his background and training in the field of mixed martial arts. We sat down with Devin to hear about his beginnings in MMA.
I really started to get into it. I was growing up watching it, and you know, I fell in love with it that way, but I was actually bullied as a kid, and my stepdad used to box, and he's taught me how to, you know, punch and everything when I was about 10 years old, just to protect myself and defend myself. And then from there, you know, I started watching, you know, once again I fell in love with the sport, you know, always watching UFC and, you know, just picking up different moves like jiu-jitsu, and, you know, I wrestled in middle school, a little bit in high school, and then I, you know, got in a gym when I was in high school and started training there for a little while.
Going to pitch to Spalding, going to try that left-hand side, trying to get to the edge. He does, cuts it up. Touchdown, Devin Spalding, his second of the night for the Chippewas.
My best friend's Mitch Stanizak. You know, whenever there's fights up here, we'll come and watch them. I don't think he's as into it as me, but, you know, he just comes with me. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are into it in our locker room, but I don't know if anybody's, you know, actually done it or anything. Yeah, I've been to some amateur ones, but never any big cards. One of my buddies in high school, I was a freshman, he was a senior, he fought, and I'd go and watch him. I've seen him fight 2 or 3 times, and I was just a big fan of his. I try to watch as many as possible. Huge Conor McGregor fan. He's definitely my favorite fighter, I'd say. But my all-time favorite fighter is Randy Couture. He was a really bad dude growing up. Watching him, he was a light heavyweight champion of the world, and then he won the heavyweight belt as well. And he was a bad dude.
There may even be a possibility of MMA in the future if football doesn't work out.
100%. That's definitely it. If I don't make it, at the next level, which I'm, hoping I do, and all my efforts and focus is on that. But if that doesn't work, I feel like I should definitely try it.
Going right to left, going to pitch it here, right-hand side. Spalding's got it, has the corner, 35-40, he's got some room, midfield, Presbyterian territory, 40, 30, busting it down to the 20, still on his feet, 10, touchdown, Devin Spalding, Central Michigan.
Really worked on my toughness and, my will to never give up and always push through, and it's helped me, definitely on the football field so far.
Spalding says there's one guy that he would stay away from in the locker room.
Oh, one guy I wouldn't want to fight? I'd have to say Joe Osman. He's a big dude, man. He 3-time state champ. I'd have my hands full with that one.
MMA fighting for Devin Spalding. You think he picked the right one? You don't want to fight Joe Osman.
I guarantee you he did. Devin is just one of those individuals that I would never count him out of anything. His work ethic, his determination, his commitment to team and being the very best, he's a model for everybody. It's the reason why he's a captain, and it's the reason why as coaches we love him so much.
Well, the Chippewas with Devin Spalding are next heading to Syracuse, trying to move to 3-0 for the first time since just last season. You guys started 3-0 then. Another tough test, an ACC squad. You were there 2 years ago and nearly picked one up in the win column, fell in overtime. What would you like to see from your team this week?
I want to see us continue to improve. I want to see us correct some of the mistakes that we made in this past ball game and continue to work hard to be the very best that we could be. Can't expect to play well on game day if you don't put the preparation in during the week.
All right, Central Michigan heads out to Syracuse. It's a Saturday kick. Once again, 3:30 Eastern time. The Chippewas taking on the Orange, looking to start 3-0. For head coach John Bonamego, I'm Adam Jackson. Have a terrific week and fire up Chips.